Hi there, I'm Angela.
And I'm Natalie.
And we are Blondetourage. Today we're going to do something a little different. We're just going to have some conversation.
Some dialogue.
About cults.
Yes.
Because right now, there are quite a few series and movies that are out about cults.
Yeah.
And I know that I'm speaking for the both of us when I say that we are absolutely fascinated by cults.
Definitely. I mean, to me, they're some of the most interesting films too. Some of my favorite films are about cults. So.
And I actually think that they're some of the most frightening because that's real life stuff.
Oh yeah.
And as I've mentioned before, you know, you've got your standard horror movies with craziness and, you know, ghosts and supernatural stuff. And, you know, it's like, yeah, okay, they're fine and everything, but the stuff that is real and could really happen, that's the stuff that's most terrifying to me.
Definitely.
So just the whole thing about cults that fascinates me is that a lot of the people who end up in these cults, if you were to talk to them or have a conversation with them, because they interview these people, they seem smart.
They are.
How can they be brainwashed like this?
I know there's probably something missing in their life or something traumatic happened in their life that they latch on to these people. I mean, I don't know. We know somebody who was involved in a cult and she's one of the brightest people we know. And she comes from the most wonderful family. So that one shocked us. But yeah, these other ones, I mean, what's the one that we're watching right now? There's two that we're watching right now.
Let's get into it.
Yeah.
There is one called Love Has Won. And I believe it's Love Has Won, Mother God, or I think that's the full title.
Yeah, and it's on Max, or HBO Max, whatever you want to call it. It's on Max. And there's only 2 episodes out right now. There's going to be a third, and that's it, right?
That's correct.
Yeah.
This really blew my mind. I don't want to spoil it, but you kind of find out what happens to this woman in the first 2 minutes of the documentary.
Yeah, so it's not really spoiling it.
Not really. But you know what? I don't even want to say what happens. But
it actually was a shocker, so maybe we should leave it alone. So.
Yeah. But this woman, I mean, if you look at what she looked like and her family life from when she was in her teens to her 20s, she seemed normal. She looked normal. She sounded normal. I don't know where it was that she just went off to think that she is Mother God, and
her skin is changing. Everything is just like she starts having lots of blemishes all over her back, and her skin color's changing, and the way she talked from day 1 to now, it's really, really creepy how someone can go off the rails like that.
This is one of the most disturbing series that I've ever seen. We both highly recommend it.
Definitely.
The second that we're currently watching is called Escaping Twin Flames.
Yes.
And this one, while it's not as disturbing as Mother God, it's equally as frightening because these people are totally duping people. And whereas Mother God has people, she's having people join her cult and believe in all these different religious feelings and beliefs.
And it's a smaller
community.
Yeah, smaller community. Even though they were, you know, going out on the internet and spreading it, I just feel like the one that we're watching on Netflix, Escaping Twin Flames, is much bigger.
It is. There are so many people. I went to their Facebook page just to check it out. I did. And they have like something like 41,000 followers.
That's ridiculous.
And yeah, but they are duping people so badly and stealing people's money.
Yeah.
They are crooks. And the fact that educated people, again, can be brainwashed into believing this stuff. I mean, I'm sorry. If you don't want to hear this spoiler, I have to give one little spoiler because this one really boggled my mind. So if you don't want to hear it, fast forward like 30 seconds. They are having people change their gender identity. It is insanity. Anyway.
And people are going along with it.
They are. We also want to talk a little bit about some of the movies that we found fascinating and scary and frightening.
Yeah, and if you have not seen any of these are some of our favorites. I mean, did you make your own list?
I didn't because I really haven't seen too many films. I'm more of the series and documentaries that I've picked up, and I'll get to that. I think we're going to do a part 2 of this. So,
and then like really diving deep into the films.
Yeah.
Favorite cult films. Hereditary is my number 1. I know some people hate on it, and I'm sorry, but it's brilliant. And Toni Collette was robbed an Oscar nom. That's it. Second favorite cult film is The Empty Man. It's excellent. It's very deep. It's very long.
Did I see that?
I think you might have. I don't know, but it's brilliant. Oh my God. It has one of the scariest moments that I've seen in cinema. I wish I saw this on the big screen. I mean, it was so good. Oh my gosh. So The Empty Man, highly recommend it, but it's deep and it's slow and it's long, but it's excellent.
You know what's so funny? I just got to go back to Hereditary.
Okay.
I never considered that a cult film, but of course it is.
Of course it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't really realize it until, well, yeah, I guess you do kind of realize it right away.
Sorta.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just considered it a horror movie, but not a cult movie. But now that, you know, I've seen it a couple of times, I definitely like it better every time I watch it.
There's something new. You find something new each time.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
All right, so number 3.
Number 3 for me is a movie you have not seen, and I'm dying for you to see this. Maybe we will do like a live watch of it. It is a hard watch.
What is it?
Kill List.
Kill List.
Oh my gosh. So it's almost like a cross between Reservoir Dogs and the Wicker Man, if
Really?
you can believe that.
Huh.
It's so good.
Who's in it? Anybody?
I know the woman in it was in one of the Twilights. That's all I know. But the 2 guys in it, I've seen him in something else. I can't remember, but you're definitely going to need subtitles because it's like a very, I want to say it's like an Irish or Scottish type film. I could be wrong. It's been a while since I've seen it, but there's really, really heavy accents in there. So we'll just put subtitles on.
All right, that's fine.
You know what I mean? But, oh, it's creepy. It's really, really creepy, and it's excellent.
Okay, next.
Okay, next film. It was on last night, and I watched it again. Every time it's on, I watch it. It's called The Invitation. I love The Invitation.
Is that the dinner? The one with
the
the
dinner.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
The dinner. It is so good. It is so good. And like some of those actors.
Very violent.
Yeah. Some of those actors are in Game of Thrones. I mean, it's excellent. If you have not seen that one, I highly recommend it. I forget where I saw it last night, but I think it was on Shudder. Anyway.
All right, next. What do you got?
You've seen this.
Rosemary's Baby.
Ah.
I think my mom was pregnant for me when she saw Rosemary's Baby, which would explain a lot. But this one, I mean, this is like the classic.
Yes.
And we've done a few horror conventions lately, and we've been talking to people about their favorite horror films. Always The Exorcist comes up, but a few people mentioned Rosemary's Baby too. Yeah. And it's one of those that, you know, it's the original.
Definitely.
And it doesn't have all of the Hollywood craziness, but it's more
it's so
what
subtle.
Yes, the subtleties.
It's so subtle because it's
what
like
you don't see and what you're
what
is you're
she
thinking
going,
and is she going mad?
Is something going on?
No.
It's kind of, you could see the influences in Hereditary from this film.
Yeah.
I mean,
I agree.
It's definitely has a lot of the same types of subtleties in there.
Well, our battery just died. We are the worst.
I know, I should have had this all prepared, but I didn't.
It's all good. So you have Mandy on the list.
Yes.
And I don't ever remember seeing that. I know nothing about it.
Well, I did see it. I remember loving it. It's Nicolas Cage. Of course I loved it. It's very psychedelic. However, it's been a while, so I'm not going to do any kind of deep dive on it right now, but I remember maybe that's one we should watch together again.
We could do that.
And, well, yeah. Again for me.
Then you've got Wicker Man. I don't remember liking this.
Really?
I don't remember much about it. Again, I have problems remembering details. I don't know what it is, but I mean, I could watch a movie, you know, and 3 days from now, I won't really remember much. I don't know what that is. Maybe ADD? I don't know.
Yeah.
But
well, I mean,
I feel like I saw this, but I don't remember it.
It's regarded as one of the best cult films. I saw it as, you know, I feel like as a child and hated it. And then I saw it as an adult and feel like I liked it.
Wasn't there a remake though?
Yeah, with Nicolas Cage.
Ah.
And people hate it. Or they love it. Who knows? I mean, tell us if you liked Nicolas Cage's version of Wicker Man. I didn't see it, so...
You've got another one listed called The Sacrament that I don't recall either.
Yes. The Sacrament is basically like a retelling of Jonestown, but they kind of change things around a little because it's almost like found footage. They film it that way. It's really good. It's really, really good. And it's very... That one creeps me out. Just because Jonestown, that whole story, that really upsets me so much.
I know. You know what I think it is because of the children. You know?
And there's so many of them.
I know.
And the pictures. And then you hear audio. Like the real audio you can find on YouTube. It's just really, really disturbing.
I mean, I've seen documentaries on Jonestown. Also, you know, how could we mention cults without mentioning Manson?
Yeah, of course.
Every single documentary that I've ever seen about the Manson murders is fascinating.
Absolutely.
And frightening.
Yeah.
But there's actually two series that I want to mention. One is called The Vow. It's about the 𝐦𝐨𝐬𝐿.
Yes.
Do you remember that guy?
Yes.
Who had the people brand themselves with his initials, and they made it look like it was a logo, but it was really his initials.
Oh, that's disgusting.
That guy was sick.
Yeah.
Sick. He got in a lot of trouble. I remember watching the news. I don't know if it was last year, maybe the year before, and he has gone away for a very, very long time.
Good.
That dude is sick and preys on women and young women and just a disgusting, despicable human being.
Yeah.
The other one, and this one is just batshit crazy.
Which one?
The Heaven's Gate.
Which
cult.
one was that again?
Those are the people with that guy and they covered themselves in those purple cloaks. And they all did that mess.
I know.
That one just flips me out. Because that guy, you just have to look at a picture of him. Flash a picture of this dude up here.
Okay. You gotta know he's crazy.
Come on. And when you hear him talk, I mean, he's off his rocker. That whole group, they're off their rockers. Like, and then just going back to Mother God, like when you heard her talk, the thing she was saying was crazy, but her voice wasn't crazy. The Heaven's Gate dude, he's a nut.
Oh yeah.
So, I don't know. I love a good cult story, and I'm hoping that you guys will take a look at some of the movies and series that we've told you about, and then leave in the comments, if you have seen them, what you like, what you didn't like, or if there's something that we are missing.
We are missing one.
What?
That we didn't talk about really quick. We didn't talk about The Sound of My Voice.
I just saw this one the other day. I really enjoyed this movie.
Yeah, it's different. It's very slow again, but about investigative journalism, people trying to infiltrate a cult. And I don't know if you know this. The girl who plays the cult leader, her name is, I think, Britt Marling.
Yeah.
She wrote this.
She did?
And she may have directed this too, but I could be totally wrong there.
Wow.
But I know she wrote this.
Yeah, this was really good. The only thing I didn't like about it is that the ending, I don't like endings where you have to kind of figure it out for yourself. I want to be told what the ending is, the end. Period.
No.
Move on. I don't like to wonder and think. Like,
she doesn't like ambiguous films.
No.
I love ambiguous films because that scares me. My mind scares me more than anything anyone can tell me.
Your mind scares me more than anything too. But like, seriously, I watched Pulp Fiction the other night. I want to know what's in the case.
Why?
Because somebody just needs to tell me.
So you're going to give that movie a lower score because you don't know what's in that case?
No, but I would like to know. I don't like...
What do you think is in it?
Gold.
You think gold's in there?
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you think's in there?
I thought originally it was gold, but then there's some conspiracy theories that it could be Marcellus Wallace's soul in there because he has a band-aid on the back of his neck through the whole movie, and I guess souls are taken from the back of the neck or something. I don't know. But then someone said he cut himself shaving, so...
How did we get into Pulp Fiction? Sorry about that.
I don't know.
Well, actually, it's a cult classic, right? So there's a cult.
There you go.
There's the cult. All right. Anyway, is there anything else you want to...
You know, no. If we are missing any really, really good cult films, please leave them in the comments.
Or series, or documentaries, anything.
Yes, we enjoy them.
And on a total serious note, if you know somebody who is experiencing anything that resembles a cult or cult-like behavior, please get that person help. I know that there are services out there.
Deprogrammers.
Yeah, deprogrammers. But it's a serious matter because these people are master manipulators.
Thank you so much for watching this different review on cults. Please remember to like
and subscribe.
We'll see you next time.
Bye.